Along with the construction zone outside our farmhouse and the demo work on pause inside, I'm trying to get a jump start on spring cleaning, and I'm tackling the littles room first. So come and join me as I share simple tips to help achieve an organized and clutter-free home, even in the midst of chaos. If you've been following me for more than a minute, you know that I love to simplify things. My husband would say differently about me because there are some things that I do that are different from how he would do things, and it just seems like I'm doing things a little harder than I need to. And maybe that's true, probably half of the time that's true. But for the most part, I do love simplifying around our home, because when I do that, it really does keep things more peaceful for the whole family. Like the saying goes, happy wife, happy life. It's true. We are the ones that kind of set the tone in our homes. And so when we have too many things and too many piles of just stuff, and we feel like we're drowning, it can really negatively affect our mindset, our mood, and even how we just see life in general. So simplifying is one of the top things that we try to do here in our home. Lately, I have been taking inventory on the decorations that we keep and the bedding and the extra things that we style with, things that we put on the walls. And I have been trying to purge and pare things down, because there are things that maybe worked for us in the past, but maybe they're not working for the space that we have today. We had a lot of furniture that fit our previous home, but in this home it was just too bulky, or maybe it was too dwarfed in size because the wall was too long or the ceiling was too high. And so I know there are certain things that are sentimental, so we will keep those items, but for the most part we have let go of a lot of things that, like I said, are just not working for the needs of our family right now. So once we've simplified, meaning we've already taken our inventory, we have sorted and purged, and we've decided what we're going to donate and what we're going to sell. Then the items that we still have in our home, we organize them and we find homes for them. Now, I like to decorate for the different seasons. I didn't always, but these days I do. I really love it. I do have some inventory that is just like in our storage room or on a shelf in our craft closet. But I have been selling a lot of those because in my mind, how many silver-plated pitchers do I need? I'm not even really using them to pour water out of. I like to put flowers in them, especially during the summer months when our flowers are blooming. I have noticed that within the last maybe 3 years, it has gotten a lot easier. So whenever I feel like I want to buy something, I shop our own home first to see if I have something that is similar to what I'm interested in adding to our home. And oftentimes I have found that we do. While I'm shopping our own home, I'm also looking at different containers or baskets or crocks that I have, and I'm looking to see how I can repurpose them. So like you saw in the beginning of this video, we had one of those big copper, I think they're like boiling pots, and it's oval in shape. We use that for the smaller pieces of our firewood. We have 2 wood burning stoves in the farmhouse and 1 in our 1840s log cabin. And so my husband is splitting wood throughout the off seasons to prepare for the winter. Instead of just stacking all of them up, we have that copper pot, and then we also have a little black metal pot. I think it's like a ash bucket that we put kindling in. So again, being able to use old pieces that have charm, but repurposing them for something that we need now here in modern times, it just adds that really special touch. When the home and the things in them begin to take over and just add to our stress, we know it's time to reevaluate our environment and address what's not working for us anymore. We need to be mindful of what we allow in our home. That's not just the movies we watch or the books that we read or the music we listen to, but it's even the things that cause us added stress or anxiety. That reminds me of the story of Martha and Mary in the Bible. And I can so relate to Martha because I, even now, still like things a certain way. And I love all the details in preparing a home and creating an environment that is beautiful and inviting and even charming. But just like Jesus said to Martha, that she was concerned about many things, but the thing that Mary chose was more important than any of those things. So Mary was just sitting basically at the feet of Jesus and listening to his teachings. He said that she chose what was important and that it would not be taken away from her. And it's such a good reminder that all these things, even though they are valuable and they're useful for our family, they're things that we will not be able to take to heaven with us. And therefore, I should not be so upset if something gets broken or stained or ripped up or whatever the case may be. There has to be a balance there where we take care of what God has given us and we are grateful for it, but then we don't worship it. Does that make sense? I hope that that makes sense, and I hope that that encourages you all to just be mindful of how we are using our homes to honor the Lord and honor our family and whoever enters into our home. Because at the end of the day, that's what matters. Getting on a magazine or having a magazine worthy or Instagram perfect square, those things don't matter. But fixing our eyes on eternal things does. Our home has a lot of renovations that are going on, and there are a lot of projects inside the home as well as outside the home that still need some work, a lot of work. And my dad really hit it on the head when he said, probably in 30 years you'll have it where you like it. So we only have 20 more years before we get to that point. I know it's a process. It's just like our walk with the Lord. We don't stop growing and we don't stop learning. And so our home is always evolving and we're always trying to make it better. In this busy season of our family's life, we definitely need to implement the basics where we just simplify, we organize, and we maintain. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time in the Hollow.